What if I told you there's a town right in the heart of San Antonio that houses sell for over $750,000, the kids graduate at a 98.4% success rate, and you can literally walk down the street to a museum with real Picassos? When a lot of people think of San Antonio luxury, they're thinking the Dominion or Bernie or one of those big fancy hill country places, but they're missing the crown jewel that's right in the heart of downtown San Antonio. It's been there for over 100 years. Today I'm taking you inside Alamo Heights, which is San Antonio's premier, most exclusive suburb. This is where old money charm meets world-class amenities in a world-class location. Let's start with what's really happening in the real estate market in Alamo Heights. So in Alamo Heights, the median price point right now is $766,000, which crazy enough is down over 15% from last year. But it's not quite as scary as what you may think it may sound like, but let me explain kind of what that means. So right now you're looking at $304 per square foot on the price per square foot average. You've got a range of houses. That's only 62 houses on the market in Alamo Heights proper, and homes are staying on the market for a little over 100 days. So those 62 homes range from a price point of like $190,000, which is crazy, basically tear down lot essentially, all the way up to $2.6 million. You have a lot of variety just because of that number, but you're looking at a median price point of those listed at $695,000. Now, a big reason for these drops on this average sales price is because a lot of these homes that are selling, back a couple years ago, and then even last year, of course, there was higher priced home sales. When you have fewer home sales, one single big priced home can really affect the entire averages for the place. Now we're looking at median price points. So what does that mean? That means that there are more lower priced homes selling than there were higher priced. Alamo Heights historically has always been one of those luxury markets that has kept things pretty consistent. There's not a huge big up and down swing, and a lot of it has to do with because of the old money that is there, the history of Alamo Heights, the historical homes that are there, and then just the fact that it is right there in the heart of San Antonio. The school districts are outstanding, which I'll get to in a second, but the cultural amenities that are in and around Alamo Heights really make it stand out. And like I said, another big driving factor for Alamo Heights is its outstanding school district. But before we talk about the schools, I have a quick favor to ask. My name is Michael McCall. If you haven't watched any of these videos on this channel yet, I highly recommend you hit subscribe right now. This is Life in San Antonio, Texas. We talk about everything you need to know about San Antonio, from real estate to what's going on in the market. So be sure you hit subscribe. And now let's get into the Alamo Heights Independent School District and why it is such an outstanding option for your kids. Now, there's a couple different ranking systems you can look at whenever you look at school rating. txschools.gov, which is the state's ranking system and their rating system, has Alamo Heights ISD at an 87 out of 100, which is still really high. But when you look at niche.com, which I know a lot of people like to use, Alamo Heights ISD is an A+ on niche.com and is the #1 rated school district in the entire San Antonio area. It's the number 12 overall district in the entire state of Texas. It is number 8 overall out of the rankings of the best teachers in the entire state of Texas for school districts. So there are some very esteemed rankings that are coming into Alamo Heights. And I already mentioned the graduation rate early on. It's 98.4%. The state average is around 90.3%. So it is significantly higher than the state average. And for good reason when you look at all the other rankings. And the location helps a lot. Obviously, you've got museums just right down the street. You also have about 4,700 kids in the district itself. So not a massive district like some of these other big San Antonio districts. It's a little bit more manageable, a little bit smaller, just because Alamo Heights is not a huge town, right? When it comes to schools, it only has a couple elementary schools. It's got a pre-K through kinder, early childhood centers, what it's called. The elementary schools are Cambridge and Woodridge. And you've got the Alamo Heights Junior High and the Alamo Heights High School. So smaller schools, you only have a few schools here and there. So it kind of makes it a more tight-knit group. Whenever you get your kids starting in one elementary school, they're growing up with those kids for the most part all the way through high school. So they're kind of staying in a very tight-knit group for the most part. Now, Alamo Heights, of course, is a luxury community. So there's no question at all that it is pricey, right? And that's why I mentioned that $766,000 price point. But it comes with the amenities and location. That is a big reason for it, in addition to the schools. Living in Alamo Heights means you're within walking distance of many of San Antonio's best cultural and kind of activity spots, essentially. You could feel a lot of history. You get, a lot of the museums that are right down the street from Alamo Heights, and, just being right down the road from the Pearl District and the Riverwalk in downtown San Antonio has its perks too. The McNay Art Museum is Texas's very first modern art museum. It's on 23 acres of grounds and has Picasso's. It's got works from O'Keeffe. I mean, it has multiple different, very well-known artists that have pieces that are there in that museum. You also have the Whitty Museum, which is much more hands-on. It's more of like science, technology, a little bit more history with that too. Lots of outdoor galleries, dinosaur fossils, things like that. San Antonio Botanical Garden is 41 acres. It's essentially like a living museum with a full garden, full conservatory, all the stuff that you would want in a botanical garden. Additionally, you have the San Antonio Zoo literally right down the street, and then across from the San Antonio Zoo, or right down the street from the San Antonio Zoo, I should say, is the Japanese Tea Garden. And then, of course, right out the front steps of the San Antonio Zoo is the Olmos Basin Park, and then you've also got Breckenridge Park, which is just a little bit further down from that too. All of these different attractions are just within 2 miles of the city center of Alamo Heights, and combined, all of these things bring in over 1 million visitors to San Antonio, so you can see why this is such an extremely ideal location. But what truly separates Alamo Heights from all the other neighborhoods in San Antonio, and a lot of them in Texas, is its history. Back in 1922, a developer came in and had a vision for creating this luxury community called Alamo Heights, and he kind of set it into place and kept that same character and charm, and somehow it maintained itself for over 100 years. You can see that planning still holds to this day with all the tree-lined streets. You have all the different styles of architecture. You've got tons of big mansions in addition to kind of smaller, more quaint style homes. You've got like English country, like Spanish colonial, like those types of styles. You've got some of those smaller little bungalows and mid-century modern mixed in too. You've also got the history that comes with Breckenridge Park. So Breckenridge Park was gifted by the Breckenridge family. There are several cemeteries in there that actually date back to the early Spanish history of Texas too. And honestly, the historical, like kind of old money that I mentioned before has maintained itself, and then the fact that there is a 72 to 73% home ownership rate in Alamo Heights, which is a lot higher than most of the other areas in San Antonio. The smaller town makes it more walkable than pretty much any other area around, and it makes the history and charm much more easily accessible. You've got just 7,600 residents that live in Alamo Heights, and the average age is just a little over 40. So you've got an older, more kind of, like I said, established families in Alamo Heights, more of the working generation, I guess you could say. With this being a higher end area, the median household income here is over $182,000. So again, it is a higher priced area with higher income families here. And this income puts it among the wealthiest communities in all of Texas too. There are tons of opportunities when it comes to Alamo Heights to get into one of these old historic neighborhoods, one of these old historic homes that has been around for decades, or take the next step and kind of enrich the community for the future. And there's plenty of lots out there. There's other houses that may not be what you're suited for, and tons of people, say tons, there are plenty of people out there in Alamo Heights just as you're driving down the street where you can see, okay, they've taken one of these small older homes that maybe just needs too much work to update it and make it worth your while, level that house and build kind of a new modern style masterpiece and keep that tradition of the architecture of the neighborhood growing for years and years to come. So here's the bottom line. If you're looking for a place that is both walkable, has tons of culture, amazing lifestyle, right in the heart of everything that you want to do in San Antonio with some of the best school districts in the entire state of Texas, Alamo Heights is a place that you need to focus on for your next home. Now, if you have any questions at all, again, guys, like I've mentioned many times, please don't hesitate to reach out. My information is down in that description below. Any questions about Alamo Heights or any of these areas similar to Alamo Heights or in the surrounding areas of San Antonio, I'm your guy. My name is Michael McCall. We're on the Life in SATX home group, and I'm here to help you guys with whatever it is that you need. And if you are looking to make that move to San Antonio, take a look at this video right here where I talk about everything you need to know about when you make that move to San Antonio and all the details that you need when you are making that decision. And until the next one, guys, we'll see you there.